For the 12th consecutive July, here is a PMDB video talking about fake fights. WWE Bad Blood 2004 was a Raw branded pay-per-view, and the final of 3 Bad Blood pay-per-views, the first and most memorable one taking place in 1997, In Your House 18, Bad Blood. Bad Blood of 2004 took place on June 13th in Columbus, Ohio, and the venue was called Nationwide Arena. I promise you I'm not reading this off Wikipedia, I promise you. Here is my top 5 for the show. Bad Blood, I give it an 8 out of 10, a solid 8 out of 10. It featured the main event Hell in a Cell match between Shawn Michaels and Triple H, whom had been feuding on and off from 1997, and this was like the climax. And it was a pretty solid climax. I could have done without about 10, 20, 30 minutes of it, but nitpicking aside, Triple H and Shawn Michaels delivered. Triple H getting the win, Shawn Michaels showing everyone he's the better performer with a better performance overall. In third place is Chris Benoit, who was on double duty at this show. He tangled with Kane in the World Heavyweight Championship match, getting a roll-up victory on Kane here. And Randy Orton gets my 5th spot. He had a fairly entertaining and enjoyable wrestling match with Shelton Benjamin.
I just love fleeces.
The Great American Bash took place on June 27th, 2004. The tagline for the show was "Join our party, I wish I could." The poster looks very appealing. It featured the main event of John Bradshaw Layfield taking on Eddie Guerrero in a match that on paper looked horrendous but ended up being one of the best matches of 2004 and quite a memorable one too. John Bradshaw Layfield became WWE champion here, and you generally felt sorry for Eddie Guerrero during the match. Great storytelling here. Now, overall, I give this show a 5 out of 10. In my third place is third, fourth, and fifth spots are Rey Mysterio. I promise you I'm not phoning this in, folks. Rey Mysterio, Chavo Guerrero, and John Cena. Spoiler alert, I'm warming to John Cena. I'm changing my mind about John Cena. I was never a John Cena fan, but I'm starting to warm to the guy rewatching these old shows. He's in my 5th spot here, which would have been unheard of just a few years ago. Overall, 5 out of 10, like I say, and had your main event being the solid WWE Championship match, it would have been overall a much better show without the silly stuff. But the silly stuff, I've got to score it for the overall show, and it brought it down to a 5 out of 10. This was a WCW pay-per-view before WWE turned it into their own SmackDown exclusive show. I'm willing to believe that WCW done a better job. Vengeance 2004 took place on July 11th, and we're at the Hartford Civic Center. This was Randy Orton's coming out pay-per-view, if you will. He technically lost his Intercontinental Championship match against Edge, but he came out looking like a star in that particular matchup. He gets my number 1 spot here. There's 3 wrestlers I'm really starting to warm to rewatching these shows during the Ruthless Aggression era, Cena era, whatever you want to call it. And that's Randy Orton, Edge, and John Cena. 3 wrestlers I never really particularly cared for. I did have a soft spot for Randy Orton before. I always thought he was, entertaining in parts and a good, actor, whatnot. But I was never an Edge fan, never a Cena fan. So it's funny how much your opinion changes, as the wrestling gets worse over the years, and sometimes stars elevate without doing anything. But in Cena's, Edge's, and Orton's case, I'm actually looking back at them thinking they're no Stone Cold Steve Austin, they're no Brock Lesnar, but they're damn good at times, especially Edge. His promos are lit, as the young ones would say. Is that still a thing? Anyways, enough about Randy Orton. Chris Benoit in my third place, Triple H in fourth place, and Eugene, in my opinion, was the most entertaining character on Raw in 2004. He deserves a spot here at Vengeance 2004. He interfered at the end here, the Chris Benoit Triple H match, and really added to the drama. So overall, I gave Vengeance 2004 a 6 out of 10. And Randy Orton, who stole the show here, would be going on to SummerSlam 2004, gunning for Chris Benoit's World Heavyweight Championship. I'm not going to be making any more of these type of wrestling themed videos where I'm giving top fives and going into a discussion about each top five of each show. So here is the rest of my WrestleMania pay-per-view ratings, rankings, top fives from all the old WWE shows I've rewatched so far. If there is a PMDB 1710, it will be on PaulMDB, my sometimes main channel. When will that arrive if there is one? I'm guessing maybe August. I'm very part-time this year for numerous reasons. One of them being my passion's just gone. It was gone before my 10th anniversary last year, but got my 10th anniversary, hit my milestone. There's no reason for me to continue making videos, but here we are. Hope you enjoyed this video more than I did.